Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame. We've got ourselves a Raubahn in need of saving. The big guy's been very patient and also in jail, so let's go fix those things. Also, before we even start that, so I'm back in the Rising Stones, as you can see. The second old Eorzean town we've gone back to, and some folks were asking in comments, even kind of at the end of the A Realm Reborn playthrough, are you allowed to go back to old cities now, or at least Ul'dah? Like, now that you are kind of on the run and a wanted person? Like, what happens? Do they let you? Do you get in trouble? So, you don't get in trouble. You're allowed to go back to old places, but they do a few little small things to at least acknowledge the fact that you are a wanted person and that people are confused. That's something they're very good about in 14 is just updating NPC dialogue constantly for every event you've done. So like if we go back over here and talk to some random folks who we chatted with a little bit when we were getting all set up out here in Mordona. I'm glad to see you safe, adventurer. None quite knew what was happening when they sealed off the Rising Stones, but 'twas plain that something was amiss. I'm not privy to the particulars, and perhaps it's for the best that I remain ignorant. Whatever trouble's afoot, I pray for its swift resolution and your continued preservation. So they definitely saw stuff happen. They saw the Crystal Braves basically take over the Rising Stones when they just did their entire hostile takeover thing. Thank Roger you're safe. I was watching when they stormed the Rising Stones. The way your comrades were being manhandled, you would have thought they were criminals of the worst order. That ain't no way to treat the heroes what saved the realm. What the hell's is going on? And for another example, like, here's a Crystal Brave right here, standing watch. Hey, bud. You have some nerve showing your face here, traitor. I ought to haul you in for your crimes, and I would, except you'd doubtless put up a fight, and I've been ordered not to bring conflict into town. Our priority is to protect the people, and we can't risk innocent bystanders getting hurt. If I were to find you anywhere else, though, you'll not find me so lenient. You can consider yourself warned. They're afraid of me, and rightly so. I fight demigods. Any individual one of them would have to be very, very stupid to try to come at me. And as we were sort of told at the very end of A Realm Reborn as well, yeah, the Syndicate does hold all the power in Ul'dah, but that doesn't mean that they basically control everybody. And if the people still kind of like us and don't really trust the Syndicate at large, then the people are probably not going to cause problems for us, on average. But yeah, anyway, we were sent here to speak with a Doman contact. And I haven't been particularly subtle, but that's okay. I'm small. We Lalafell are subtle by default. Could she be the Doman contact of whom the Admiral spoke? I am assuming so. Master Durman, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we've remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You've done well by us, and we Domans do not forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Well, thank you. Really appreciating that loyalty right now. I don't have a whole ton of allies. Higiri is eager to assist you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Laminsa that you were searching for General Raubahn. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At the same juncture, Yuyuhase and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Dawara at High Bridge, where I too am bound. Will do. I am on my way. Ah, hiding back here, are we? Oh, by the way, I changed my lookup a little bit. With some armor that they've been giving me from Heavensward quests. I kind of figured, hey, we're going in to do this whole rescue operation. Might be in for a lot of fighting. Might as well tank up just a little bit. And it's nice that, like, again, this is armor that I received from quests out here. This is not something that anyone specially made for me. Just a weird thing with the Realm Reborn was just that, in general, a lot of the gear you get doesn't look particularly good. It's bland. A lot of the time, the stuff they give you doesn't match or go together well. It's not really till you get to level 50 and do some, like, at the time, end game stuff where you can actually get some cool looking armor, which is why I got some folks' help, like actually putting some sets together so Durbin could actually look not like an idiot. But as of Heavensward and from then on, even just doing main story quests, they give you several cool looking pieces of gear or several cool looking sets of gear, I should say, in every expansion. So that's nice. We'll still have some folks putting together some nice outfits for us, but it's nice to know that we don't have to do that in order to look anywhere remotely near fashionable. Yu Yu Hase. The mere mention of the name calls to mind the moment I felt the kiss of cold steel against my neck. It has been a while since I last wore this garb. Since I came to Revenant's Toll, my days have been spent in kitchens. Fear not, however. Though I've learned to wield a skillet, I have not forgotten the use of a dagger. I've been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu Yu Hase and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hozan is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Let's go. It's kind of fun. They're having us go back to an early Realm Reborn dungeon for this story bit. I believe it was an optional dungeon, though, so I don't think we actually went into Halatali during the Realm Reborn playthrough, so y'all won't have seen this place, but we're just going in here for a story quest. They do that sometimes. Raubhahn's ties to Halatali are well known. That Ilbert should choose this of all places to stage his execution is no coincidence. The fiend. Are there no depths to which he will not stoop? You come at a good time, my friends. But moments ago, the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that General Raubhahn's being held within. All right. Let's get in there. Hozan would brief you on the mission to rescue Raubahn. There's no time to lose. General Aldin may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you're ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Sounds good. Oh, we got ourselves a duty. Go time! I remember when that bright blue meant friendlies. Oh, hello.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphinaud, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Raubahn is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Doware and Higiri with you.
Ah, I see I'm not the only one who knows the snap travel trick.
With me!
Okay. And here we go. Not a soul from the Colosseum to be seen. This bodes ill. Take the lead, Durman. I shall follow close upon you. You know what, I'm just going to pull up this text box here, because I'm just willing to bet this text is going to go away too fast. It's good music, though. Why, hello, boys in blue. Someone's in trouble. Heavensward's got so many good tunes. What have we here? Haha! There's our guy. The General. But where are his captures? I mislike the look of this. General! You came. Well. He is bound by some manner of magitech device, yet I dare not force it open. It may well be booby-trapped. I've heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Who is this? Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. This poison will convey you swiftly onto the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. Well, hello to you again. Farewell, friends. Oh, and do try to relax. They tell me struggling only makes it worse. Confound it. The mist stifles my healing. Oh, that's not good.
Leave me. Just save yourselves.
We cannot let them escape. Dermot, force the gate. Okay. On my way. I'll have this open in a jiff. Just let me use my lockpicking skills. Beasts! The mist must be drawing them. What? God, jeez. Sorry, squad. Hang on. Be right there. I think you kind of have this handled, but just in case. Go away. Open. Ha! The way is clear. The mist remains. We must stop it at the source. I shall tend to the General. Pray see to the mist and the key. Okay.
The Braves have the key.
Working on it. Are they back here? Am I going the wrong way? Starting to think I may have gone the wrong way here. Not certain. I mean, there's still enemies here. This isn't Braves, but it is Jam. So... Question mark? Ooh, here we go. Okay. Well, it's not the key, but it's probably the thing we needed to find first anyway. Here we go. Bring it. There we go. Whew. Better. That takes care of the mist. The mist is cleared. Next, to find the key and free Raubahn. Here's some more targets. Finally. How do they survive the poison? Broke it. Bah, looks like we'll just have to finish the job. Hey, no healing. Almost gotcha. There we go. Now give me that key. Perfect. The key! Take it to Raubahn. I want to, but now I'm lost. Ah, dang. Almost there. Short legs. Sorry. Just sit tight. Okay, here we go. Key.
My thanks.
Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What are clever contrivances to the Warrior of Light? Well done, hero. Ilbert. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I'll cut you down like all the rest. Come, Scions. Let's get this over with. Ah, boy. Oh, I've been waiting for this. The Sultana's assassins are here. Crystal Braves, to arms! Whatever it takes to survive. I'm no hero. Never was, never will be. I do like that all these characters here, except for I guess this one archer, are all characters we've encountered before. My strength has left me. Yuyuhase, I think you're going down first from the look of things.
It is nothing.
Who healed you? There we go.
Not finished yet.
There goes Laurentius. And now the last man standing. Oh, there's a conjurer. No wonder people were getting healed out here. I was wondering where that was coming from. You. Little dork. Stop it. There we go. Now it's just you.
For Alamigo!
And just about done. Yes.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilbert. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used by the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves? They none of them care a whit what you want, only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland, and I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphinaud. Now is not the time.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
Let's see. We stand with you or on your feet, Gladiator. The fight's not over. You know what? I started out as a gladiator too, from one to another.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without...
Man, voiceover in this game has already gotten just so much better. On the whole, just better written, just great performances now, and it just keeps getting better. Love it. The General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There's been no further activity. Then Ilberd and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Aldin, I presume, and the scions of the 7th Dawn? Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Urianger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you. General Aldin, if you will come with me, I've prepared a carriage that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. Seems a bit sketch, but so long as Yuguri is there too, they're probably fine. Okay, guess you and I are walking, huh? I've spoken with Urianger via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raubahnn's in safe hands. Let's make our own way to Vesper Bay. Can do. I think I still got some of those little warp tickets in my... Yeah, thank goodness. Real grateful for that. So, good luck walking, bud. He'll get here eventually. Well, been a while, huh? Since we came here. It's not the same without Tataru in the chair. But still, nostalgic.
My dearest friends,
Praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin! My son! And Master Papashan besides!
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You!
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
It's a little weird you wear those indoors, bud.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Well now. Alphinaud, thoughts? I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raubahn, we've taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Dermot. Thank you. You bet. Oh goodness, this is a lot of stuff. Sure. Is everybody over here now? Can I go chat with them? Haven't caught up in a bit. I can! Delight! Goodness, look at how many people there are. My fellow Domans and I are glad to have been of service in the Flame General's rescue. If there's aught else we can do, know that we are ever at your disposal. Papashan, goodness, it's been ages. Thank you for rescuing General Raubahn. From the bottom of my heart. To behold him now, gaunt and unkempt, it pains me to think of all the hardship he's endured. If we are to see stability restored to Ul'dah, we must needs set aside our differences. No more can there be monetarists or royalists. Oh, hey, Arenvald. Thank the gods you're all right. 'Twas a mighty struggle from what I heard. Would that I could have fought by your side. Maybe someday. Pippin. Father's spirit burns as fiercely as it ever has. Just can't read today. What's going on? I was proud of him when he ruled the Blood Sands as the Bull of Alamigo, and I'm proud of him now. It avails us not to dwell upon that which we have lost. Nay, we must focus on protecting that which we yet have. So be it. Sorry to keep you waiting, Alphinaud. Wanted to catch up with folks. Alphinaud is distracted by a call on his link pearl. Tataru? Yes, General Raubahn is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I'm loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarapin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. Okay. I confess that though I do think that they do a very good job of explaining the machinations at play with Lolorito's moves here and the Sultana's actual surviving of the whole end of A Realm Reborn. And though I am actually happy the character still remains around because they do lots of cool stuff with her later, there is something that, I am very slightly bummed seeing that very, very bold move that is the ending of A Realm Reborn kind of withdrawn and the status quo restored. It's a little bit too neat for me, just slightly. Why am I running around? I'm not gonna run all the way to Ishgard. That would be absolutely absurd. With these tiny legs, I'd be so tired. Let us hear what the Count has to say. I'm gonna. I was saying hi. I was being polite. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raubahn short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Orchifant was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. I will. Let me in, please. Oh, welcome, Master Durrami. Shall I show you inside the manor? Please do. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I'm sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Master Durrami, Master Levalier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the Observatorium's bells toll, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claim they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice. to remain in a besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. I mean, I'm fine staying here, but team, what do you think?
What will become of this place? And us?
Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the Horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm, but I for one grow tired of running. If we're to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Derman? I agree. Well said. I can just say humph. I won't say humph, but I could say humph. I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandon our allies in their hour of need. Alphinaud is deliberating how best to proceed. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let's all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. Sounds good. Let me get a few more thoughts from this bunch. The coming of the Horde spells ruin for Ishgard, but her knights shall fight to the last to shield her citizens from harm. I confess I know not where else you might seek sanctuary, but few places are like to be more perilous than a city under siege. Fair point, fair point. The observatorium bells have tolled. Either flee this place or make ready for war. How many dragons would it take to darken the midday sky, do you think? 1,000? More? Too many at any rate. Probably not the most important thing right now, but yes, that is intimidating. Just numbers-wise. I'm not sure I could take 1,000 dragons at once. Haven't tried before.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Oh?
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
Finally, our party was lacking someone tall. We've chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should this Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fortin Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive.
Yes, sir.
Well, all right. Looks like we have a plan, sort of, almost. Anyway, y'all take it easy. I will see you next time as we try and attempt the first stages of that plan. Do take care until then, all of you. And I'll see you Wednesday. Goodbye.